SwayamPrabha. Digital India. Educated India.
And probability, and then Gauss. We read some stories about Gauss, blah, 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 all that. Now, yesterday I gave a very compact notation, compact method, a powerful technique of trying to use matrix algebra to solve this problem. So, a simple linear regression y equal to ax plus b can be posted as a matrix in a matrix form like this, so that whatever you've learned in matrix algebra, linear algebra can be used to solve this problem. Then we came to an interesting problem where I just composed a problem myself. Y is a function of x, y equal to ax plus b. We want to get a and b, we want to regress. That could be a temperature profile, whatever. Okay. Velocity profile. Of course, linear velocity profile, I don't know where it'll happen, maybe in fluid flow. Okay. So one was an outlier. Deliberately, I put 0.4 as an outlier. There are many things I did deliberately. One was I left out x equal to 5 because you should not think that once I give 1, 2, 3, 4, the next should be 5. No. We can measure conveniently at places where we want to measure. Okay. So we saw an example where we correlated with the outlier and without the outlier, and we are checking the outcomes. Okay. Now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Rajesh.
Sir.
So what should I do now? You're able to share the screen, or what should I do?
You have to allow me to share the screen, sir.
Allow you to share. That is Akula, is it?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Where is Akula now? So I should allow you to share the screen.
Yes.
Where? Multiple participants can share. I'll do that.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Rajesh, you just try now.
Yes.
Okay. Akula Rajesh, our TA, my PhD student, will demonstrate this on MS Excel. Yeah. Can you see the screen share?
Yeah.
Yes. Very good. Okay. Rajesh, you want to talk?
Okay, sir. I'll talk for a few minutes.
You talk for a few minutes. Very good. Please talk.
From the data points given, if we consider the outlier, the R-square value we are getting is 0.89 with a correlation y equal to 2.1514x plus 3.08.
Just wait for 1 or 2. Rajesh, just wait for 1 or 2 minutes. People are joining in.
Okay, sir.
Just let the. So you can tell this again if you want.
Okay, sir.
Where is the Excel on which you have done? Can you show the Excel?
I did this in QTI plot, sir.
Oh, not QTI plot. How did you get the correlation?
From the QTI plot only.
The QTI plot, Sirfu, you got. Can you show the QTI plot? QTI plot?
Yeah. Okay,
you could just go to the QTI plot. Is this a free to use software or IIT license?
It's free to use software.
Free to use software. Okay, you just explain 2 to 3 minutes. Some people are new, some are MTech students, some don't have exposure to QTI plot. Just go to QTI plot and see. Tell them how to do that.
Okay, sir.
Rajesh, looks like many screens are open.
Okay, sir, now?
Yeah, but we are seeing many screens. Is that what you want to show?
Many
We are not able
screens.
to see the raw data. It is in one corner.
Yes.
But you want to show everything together, is it?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, whatever. Go ahead.
Shall I start, sir?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
You're live. 100 people are watching you.
Okay. So this is the data given, and fourth point is the outlier. If we consider the outlier and if we do linear regression, I'll show you how to do the linear regression in QT plot. This is the data generated from the QTA by using this data. The R square value we obtained is 0.889 and the value of A is 2.1513 and the value of B is 3.07. If we omit the outlier, the R square value obtained after omitting the 0.4 is 0.998 with values of A as 1.97 and value of B as 2.98. Now the correlation coefficient is increased from 0.89 to 0.998 by
Very good.
neglecting a point.
Yeah. Anything else you want to say?
That's it.
Okay. Now, please note that with and without outlier, now Rajesh has demonstrated with QTI, all caps. Rajesh, what is the name of the software?
Capital Q, small t I.
They can install it, no? They can install it on their laptop. Huh?
Yeah, yes, sir.
It's free. How big is that exe file? How much will it store? Not much.
It's no, sir. Couple of KBs.
Couple of
KBs.
KBs. Couple of KBs. Okay. There is also something called data fit for Windows, right?
Yeah, yes, sir. So
you
many
can also
projects.
you can use MS Excel. You can also use data fit for Windows. 30 days free trial is available. 30 days free trial is available. You can just do it. Okay. And then if it is over, then I should not tell all this on you should use somebody else's Gmail account and then just get for 1 more month, something like that you can manage. Okay. So you can use some of this software and then generate this. All right. Okay. Now, so you saw that the outcomes are very good if you remove the outlier. Therefore, just because you did some experiment, just because it's mathematically correct to include all the points. Okay, so now just because there are 100 points, there's no need to use all the 100 points. That's the first thing. Okay, as an engineer, first you will plot. Once you get a regression, you will find out which of these points are deviating. Up to 5% of the points can be sacrificed in order to get a better outcome. But those 5% of the points, you have to investigate why they are causing a lot of error. So the outlier could be because there could be a fault. That thermocouple could be having a fault. That voltmeter could be having a fault. That ammeter could be having a fault. That manometer, that pressure reading transducer, maybe the anemometer could be having a fault, and so on. So generally they should work well. But if it doesn't work well, also you should investigate. Okay. So mathematical correctness is one thing, but engineering sense, common sense is something which is completely different. Okay. So now, you know that without the outlier, you're having an improved outcome. Rajesh, what was that without the outlier? You got y equal to plus
1.97x plus 2.98. Yes.
Okay. So it seems to suggest that 1.97x should actually be 2. Rajesh, can you recorrelate with y equal to 2x plus b?
y equal to 2x plus b, sir.
Yeah. So we'll correlate with one parameter. Huh? You don't know how to do it?
I didn't
Rajesh,
understand, sir.
do you know how to do it?
Oh, I didn't understand.
You didn't understand. Very good. Okay. Now, yesterday, towards the end of the class, I was saying that it makes engineering sense to figure out that actually this is something like y equal to 2x plus 3. Because of the errors, we are not able to get it close to that. After we remove the outlier, it is closer to what we originally thought. This should be 2x plus 3, but it is not so. Now, instead of 1.7, I want to adjust it to 2b so that I can adjust the constant instead of 2.98 so that I can get a better outcome. Because once I have a linear y as a function of x, dy by dx could be dt by dx, and then I can proceed and calculate the heat flux and so on. In this case, what we should do is, is this correct? Is this correct? Class, you're able to understand what I'm doing? Rajesh, did you understand what I'm doing?
Yes, sir.
So now we don't have to wait for Rajesh. Just take the 4 points and let me know what B is. We know what is sigma yi, you know what is sigma x. Just shoot. 2 minutes, get B. This is a new proposal, an engineering proposal.
2.75.
2.75. Who was that?
Subhas.
Very good. Now we'll see whether we are awfully off, whether we are badly off, or we are not so badly off when we do this approximation. So y equals, this is also an alternative proposal. It should give, I have a hunch that it should give a R squared lower than what we got when we removed the outlier, but it will be much higher than what we got with the outlier. Can we confirm it? Rajesh, class, please find out the R squared. It's very easy. For 4 points. You can, with the new proposal, you can find out what is y minus y bar, y minus y cube whole square.
It is 2.90.
90. Okay. Rajesh, you also do it. Okay, class. Now get R squared. R square will be lower than 0.998 because that was the most accurate. But this is just an adjustment. Huh? We should get reasonably close. Well, just check it out. Rajesh, can you do it on QTA plot?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Ameya, can you mute yourself? Why am I not able to mute him? Okay. Yeah, please do it. The class, please do this. Not bad. 87 people are there. Anyway, if there are 100 students in the class, and 15 to 20 will anyway not show up for various reasons. No, attendance is optional. So Once somebody tells me the R square and it is confirmed by one other person, we'll assume that two people independently doing it should be fine. That is a statistical hypothesis. If it is fine, then we proceed. Somebody asked me which textbook you follow. Now you just see from what is going in the class. Will you think that any book will discuss all these things? So you just attend the classes, that's all. I don't think there'll be any book which will discuss all this. I want to round off something and I find the new R square because there is a heat transfer problem. If you take a statistics book, it will not be there. If you take a heat transfer book, it will not be there. Inverse, anyway, there is no book. There is only one book, which is highly unusable. Okay. Where is that book? Inverse methods in heat transfer, written by my good friend Orland from Brazil. Okay. But it's so mathematical and so devoid of examples, it's extremely hard to use. We are planning to write. Me and S. Balaji, we are planning to write. So that will be that is the project for 2021. We'll complete it next year, 2022. Then we want to write the manuscript, clean it up, and only then approach a publisher. Otherwise, once you sign a contract, you know, that's the way it works. We have to sign a contract. Then that fellow will be after you. What happened? First chapter, second chapter, third chapter. Continuously during the lockdown, we are getting reminders. 3 books, one on optimization, one Springer, one heat transfer book from Elsevier. But it was well worth it because there was nobody here. There's a complete lockdown. I came to office every day. I was the only person. I used to bring my lunch box, though I live on campus. Morning to evening, you write books, solve problems, and then write books, clean up. So I used the time productively. Okay. R square is 0.9978. That is, Pradeep Rajan. Very good. Then Anirudh. Oh, so many people are active today. Azhar, Vaibhav, Shreya, Vikas. Very good. 998. So the conclusion is not bad at all. Now, let us ask a fundamental question. Okay, there's a fundamental question which we have to ask, which none of you asked. Okay, that is okay, I'll forgive you. But basically, that is a problem with our education system also. Okay, that's what like people like Adam Gannett and other people are continuously. I have also been trying to tell you. Why didn't there are 87 of you in the class? 88. One is C. Balaji, Rajesh 2, and Suraj. 85 students are there. Not even one of you asked me, sir, why do you think that least square is the only way it will work? Why should Gauss be the only person who got the right this thing? Why can't there be other models? There should be other models. That's the way you should question. Don't believe anything as sacrosanct. So continuously theories are being revised, and this thing, our understanding of the world keeps changing. Progress is possible only if you should have a healthy disrespect for whatever is already done. You should have a healthy respect for the prof, but you should have a healthy disrespect for what he tells or he or she tells. Okay, we should engage in tarka, we should engage in debate. Only then it will come. This thing is. What is the point in simply finding out what other people have done, mastering it, writing an exam, getting an admission, getting a grade, getting certificate, diploma, getting more and more and more and more. Open the cupboard. I have so many certificates. 5th standard, geography, merit prize, orange color, blue color, red color, 10th, 12th, B.Tech, M.Tech, it's all. Just we should keep all that aside. Somebody should say, Balaji, what do you know? More importantly, what you don't know. Okay. The power of knowing what you don't know is very, very important. Okay. I keep mentioning this. Why I'm saying this again is, this is very interesting. Huh? On February 1st, correct? I told you that the fundamental problem with the world is the don't know square, right? we don't know that we don't know, right? So this is not my original idea, right? A lot of people, philosophers, even educationalists, they are looking about, they are thinking about, they have written in many this thing. But since we are an engineer, we are engineers, we have put it in some form. So this is my book, The Joy of Research, which I published in 2015. This was the book I first wrote in 2015. You can see, and it has been reprinted several times. This lecture is also available on YouTube. If somebody is interested, you can watch my lecture on YouTube. So this book has done reasonably well. It's, of course, you can't become a Chetan Bhagat because, okay. So if you're doing this kind of book, if 5,000 books sell, it's a big deal. Okay, now in this, I talk about the do-know square. Are you able to see this? Can you see this? Hello? Can somebody respond?
Sir, it's a bit. Yes, sir. Now we can.
Is it
Yes,
okay?
sir. Yes, sir. Now we can listen.
Yeah, so I'll say that you start from I don't know that I don't know, then I know that I don't know, then you know that you know. This is I have put it. This is my own idea. I put it in this form, okay? But now you see, I was surprised to find out that Adam Grant, a very leading psychologist in the US who writes a lot of books, Give and Take and all that, he has written a whole book on how to think differently. You just see, and last week I ordered it on Amazon. Amazon. See that see the title, the power of knowing what you don't know. So he says, in future, the power of knowledge will be decided by your understanding of how much you don't know, instead of constantly testing how much you know and revalidating, getting more marks, more grades, more certificates. That's all okay. Put y is equal to sine theta, dy equal to cos theta, d theta. Okay, 300 years we have done this, man. Let's do something different. Let's do some, let's not try to find out how to solve problems already solved by others. I think the progress will be made only make a new beginning. So the examination system may be a big hurdle for that. But since there are so many people wanting to get into IIT, so many people, we have to, the society expects us to grade, we have to have a question paper. There's yes, grade A, grade B, grade whatever. Eventually, the people who will succeed or do well or whatever, according to the world's benchmark, are the people who continuously think, who continuously question, move forward. And of course, we should also be able to take people along with us. So I'll just speak 1 minute on philosophy and get back to the subject. So I will put it differently in my own style. Ignorance is not bad, but what is worse is the ignorance of the ignorance. Okay, knowledge of the ignorance is power, not knowledge itself, because knowledge is infinite. You can't know everything, but you should know what you don't know so that you can approach it. And there should be a certain sort of humility, because now I'm an editor of a heat transfer journal. I wrote many books in heat transfer, but only I know how much of heat transfer I don't know. You all think that I know everything in heat transfer. How much I don't know, only I will know. Okay, that is very important. If I appreciate that. Otherwise, if you think you know everything, how can you just wake up a man who is pretending that he is asleep? If somebody is sleeping, we can wake him up. Okay, so how can you teach a student who thinks that he already knows the subject? There's no way we can teach him. The first thing is, okay, I don't know anything, I want to learn. So there should be a certain openness, there should be a humility. So that humility is very important in whatever you do. That's very important. Confidence, let it be there. But that arrogance should go, because there's so many things. There are so many things which I don't know. And I'm very proud that I don't know many things. Okay. I'm very proud that I have knowledge of my ignorance. Okay. All right. Now, why only LSR? This question should be answered. Okay. Okay. Alternate strategies. Alternate strategies. Okay. One. Do you think this proposal will work? Why or why not?
It may not work.
It may not work. So that is a very, very tentative answer. Who is that?
Not work.
It won't work. Very good. That's more confident. Who is that?
Sir Manthan.
Manthan. It won't work. Somebody says it may not work. Please justify.
Sir, because in this, sir, we are calculating the difference from the measure value, sir. The difference can be on the both side of the mean value, sir. So if there's a positive and there is a negative, then both will cancel out each other, and result may not be right.
Very good. Okay, that's a good argument. Anybody else? So he approached it from a very practical viewpoint. So I have some line. One can be plus, error can be plus 5 volts. The other error can be minus 5 volts. Or the error can be plus 3 amps. Or 3 amps is too much. Error can be plus 0.3 amps. The other error could be minus 0.3 amps. One error is plus 0.6 degrees thermocouple. The other is minus 0.6 degrees. Minus plus is from the truth. So they will large positive and negative errors is cancelled out. And it leads to what is called hopelessness. Okay, anything will pass. Okay, anything will pass. I won't have a solution. Approach it mathematically and let me know. Dear all, please find appended the link for attendance. Okay. Can you approach it mathematically? What happens if you take dou S by dou A equal to 0, dou S by dou B equal to 0?
So
What
y
will you
will
get?
become 0. So y will become 0.
What does it mean? What do you get here? Sigma x equal to 0. Huh? Is that what you're getting?
Yes, sir.
Wow. This will cause sleeplessness. Dou S by dou A. This is dou S by dou B equal to 0.
N is equal to 0.
N equal to 0. Oh, what a terrible tragedy has befallen man. If you do this, what happened to all the mathematics? So before we apply, we have to use what Manthan told us. Manthan,
Yes, sir.
come on video and explain loudly and clearly to the class. Before applying, you said some funda, no? Explain that funda again once more. Some people might have missed it. Manthan,
Yeah,
face is not seen. Lower,
yes, sir,
come down.
yes, sir.
Very
Yes,
good.
sir.
You are from Gujarat, I think.
No, sir. I'm from MP, but yeah, I'm Gujarati.
So now you are in where in MP?
Sir, I'm in Jabalpur.
Jabalpur. Very good. Triple IT is there in Jabalpur.
Yes, sir.
Very good, very good. Okay. Now proceed. Tell the class.
So if you're taking like since the basic fund of squaring the difference is that we get an absolute difference from the absolute deviation from the measured value here, you know. So if we don't square it, then some of the deviation will be below the measured value and some of the deviation will be above the measured value. So if we apply the summation to all the differences, then the negative and the positive might get cancel out each other, and we may not get the correct values of A and B, like optimized values of A and B.
Okay. Thank you, Manthan. You can switch out it. Very good. Okay. So that was very clear. So he nailed it. So whatever I wanted to tell, he has already told you. Okay. So I hope you have followed what he has. So proposal number 1 in IIT language, it cups. Okay. Past tense is CUPPED. It cupped. It cupped means okay. Those people who are new to, you know why if something doesn't work, we call it cup. Anybody? If something doesn't work, we call it cupped in IIT. Why? Huh?
I think the cup is U-shaped
Is
and
it
U grade
derived
is failed.
It is derived from?
the U grade?
Very good. This is the funda. This is more important than statistics. Ramita, it is derived from the U grade. If you fail in a course, you get a U grade. So the U grade looks like a cup. So you are awarded a cup. Okay. So you are awarded a cup means you are flunked. You have not done well. So now slowly the IIT lingo it spread that it cups, cupax. So you can the various forms, present continuous, participle, past, whatever tense you want. So cup became a verb. From noun, it became a verb. Okay. Then originally, first in 1982, so we introduced relative grading in IIT. Professor Indiresan, director. It means finally it doesn't depend on the marks. It doesn't depends. It depends on how you do relative to others. So originally it seems, I don't know about this story, in the 82, 83, the top ranker in the class, his classmate will just latch his hostel room from outside so that he cannot take the quiz. Okay. Anyway, he would have asked for makeup. So this was called ERG. RG means because of relative grading, you will do something to prevent somebody from achieving his objective. Now it has become, I think, it has become a verb now. RG means you. RG is typically you and your friend are, let's take Ramita and I don't know, Ramita and Shweta are preparing for a quiz. Tomorrow is a quiz. And the concept of outlier, Ramita knows. Okay. Shweta didn't understand. She missed the class, for example. Shweta comes and asks Ramita, what is this outlier? Oh, Shweta, I also don't know. But tomorrow when the quiz paper comes, she will write the answer. Okay. So I'm not saying she will do that. So this is just an example, illustration. So that is called RG. So relative grading RG, R dot G dot was a noun. Now RG became a verb. I use it all the time. Okay. Though I didn't do BTech, I did MTech, PhD, and I've been here for such a long time. So all these are part of, even when I go out, I don't realize. So I will say RG, RG. Some colleges, they'll say, what is this prof talking? What is this English? Okay, that's because we are here for a long time. All right. Okay. Now the cupped. Okay. Now the chalk is cupped. Okay. Second strategy is basically minimize S equal to, yeah. Just see whether this will work.
It'll be more efficient than minimizing the residual.
Who is that?
Ramita sir.
Okay. Ramita, you're BTech or MTech?
I'm in dual degree.
Oh, okay. Very good. Can you show your face or you are only 2G or 3G?
No. I can show my face.
Okay.
Just a second.
Okay. Take your time. Hello.
Visible?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Go ahead.
So the strategy will be more efficient than minimizing the residuals because over here, since we're taking the mod, the positive and negative, that issue will be resolved. And one more thing, when you compare it with the least square method, the advantage over here is in case there are a few errors that lie, in case of outliers, when we take the square, that will kind of weight the residue, like the S, a lot more when we take the squares. So that is another advantage of just taking the modulus.
Okay, Aaron. Okay, did you understand what she was saying? She was making some very high funda point. The first is that it will take care of that minus and plus, which Manthan said that it is giving gutbud, so it doesn't work. So she went on to further and say that, see, this is, and second point was very subtle, it was very nuanced. What she said was, if there are large outliers, already some error, everywhere the error is 1, 2, 3, 4. One fellow fully cupped, the thermocouple cup, it is giving error of 5 or 6. 5 or 6 whole square is 25. Okay. So it gives too much importance to that. But anyway, it tries to minimize that also. So we handle it. So she says that better than LSR when we handle outliers. But now we will tell you that the problem, the advantages are these. But I'm telling you that it is not actually fully better than LSR. Now tell me why. Can you support my argument?
The same thing that if we perform the differentiation, it might still come out to be 0. Then.
Yeah, what is the differentiation? Anand wants to say something. I'll just give you. So today is like, okay. What I'm doing today, you know what is that method of teaching called? Huh? What is this method of teaching called? Do you have any idea? Somebody's father or mother is a teacher or a prof, or you heard about it. Somebody's grandfather was a prof, or grandmother was a prof. So this is called the Socratic method. One thing is to just put it on a PowerPoint, minimize residue, y equal to this thing, this won't work. Go to this thing, this won't work, because this is pose that question, and then you get feedback, and then people will critically analyze, and then that feedback is brought to all the participants. All the participants get to know what the other participants are feeling, at least those who are participating, and then we come to a conclusion. So this is a very powerful technique introduced originally by Socrates, hopefully. So this Socratic method is a very powerful way of enhancing teaching outcomes, okay, which will make it very participative. It's basically by inquiry, by asking questions. Socrates said by asking questions, right? So now let's get back to this. Who was that? Subhasa. I started something. Dou S by?
Yes, sir.
Let's say dou S by dou A. What is that? What will it give? What is the differential of a mod?
Plus minus xi, summation of xi.
Plus minus?
Summation of xi.
Equal to 0?
Yes, sir.
Oh. Dou S by dou B?
Plus minus b into n.
So this also I will use IIT language. MTech students, just forgive us, just you have to learn this, okay? So this in IIT language, I think that's what is total surrender. That means we don't know what to do. Huh? IIT lingo, it is surrender. That means it's not working. Okay, right? Now, Ramita, now tell, you are telling that you are a big supporter of the modulus. Now, Subhas just nailed it. He said that's a plus or minus and all that. Now you continue your argument.
I was just stating the advantages.
You were stating the advantages. Anand, go ahead.
So the plus minus should be inside the summation, right?
Huh?
The plus minus should be inside the summation and not outside, like summation
NB,
of plus minus.
NB doesn't matter at all anyway, isn't it?
So the top one, so the dou S by dou A. So it should be summation of plus minus xi, I think.
Is it?
Yes, sir.
What? Yeah. Okay.
So
fine.
then
Siddharth.
Yes, sir.
Siddharth, you have anything to say?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, let's leave the floor to any more questions? Now, I will use the brute force of the computer to see where the problem to figure out where the problem is. Already, from a mathematical viewpoint, we figured out that there is a problem to it. Though Ramita had some very nice points, okay, about this outlier. But already in yesterday's example, we told you how to deal with outlier. Okay. So if after the post-processing of the correlation, one point stands out, is an outstanding point or standing out point, is an outlier, you just throw the outlier out and recorrelate, just like your Google map, if you know, if it says 500 meters, take a U-turn. Okay. You don't take the U-turn and go forward. It says recalibrate, take a U-turn, it will kill you, right? So like that, you can, instead of recalibrating, you recorrelate and be done with it. Rajesh?
Sir.
Yeah. Now are you ready?
Yes.
So what should I do now?
It's screen.
Multiple participants can. I have done it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. So Rajesh and I discussed in the morning. He came to my office. I told him my idea. So he said that okay. So you please tell the class what you're doing and what is this MATLAB and all that, and what is this code and all that. Okay.
We have taken different intervals for A. A is ranging from 0.1 to 10 and B is also ranging from 0.1 to 10. But in A, we have taken 100 points and in B, we have taken 1000 points.
Wow. What did you do? 100 points?
100 points in A, 1000 points in B.
Ten to the power of 5 combinations.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
After neglecting the outlier, the x values will be 1, 2, 3, 6, and y values will be 4.8, 7.2, 8.8, 14.8. So after calculating S
Can you make the screen a little bigger? That is very small, I think, that MATLAB. Can you do something? Rajesh?
Sir.
Hey, students, can you see this?
Is the screen okay?
Very small,
yes,
right?
Yes, sir, it's visible, sir.
Visible. Okay, go ahead then. Okay.
Yeah.
Rajesh,
Okay.
continue.
S is, we have taken S as summation I equal to 1 to n modulus yi minus axi minus b. We have taken all the values of A, all the combinations of A and B, and substituted in that formula, and we have calculated the S value. Though whenever we get the S as minimum for the respective values of A and B, that S will be the least, that A and B will be the optimum values, which minimizes the error between the actual points and from the correlated points.
Very
so
good.
If we calculate the S we got as 4. This is the minimum value. You can see the third column. But for different values of A and B, we're getting 4. We don't know which A and B are correct. Suppose A is 2.4 and B is 1, then we are getting value as 4, S value is. For A is 2.5 and B is 1, for A is 2.6 and B is 1, for A is 2.3 and B is 1. So there are multiple solutions for the same problem. This will lead to a conflict. Which solution we have to pick will be a problem.
Very good. Okay. Anything else, Rajesh?
That's all.
Very good, Rajesh. Excellent work. Okay. So he nailed it again. So I asked him to do Excel. He just went to MATLAB, and please note that all of you have access to MATLAB. Okay. I did this when I was chairman of the computer center from 2014 to 17. We have a campus-wide MATLAB. You have to and you can log in remotely. Okay. Just use the MATLAB, such a powerful tool. So if you feel that lockdown it is wasted, this thing, all that, you just every day you learn MATLAB. Optimization toolbox is there, genetic algorithm toolbox is there, then you can play with matrices. There's so many things. If you want to do something, you can just ping Rajesh or Suraj, they will help you. Okay. So please don't use pirated, but academic version 30 days free license is also available. But we have a full powerful license available to all the campus sites, profs, staff, and students and scholars. So please use that. So use MATLAB to nail it. So leads to non-uniqueness. Non-uniqueness leads to hopelessness. There could be only, for example, y equal to x plus b, there could be only heat transfer rate. So we know that it's a linear profile. There can be one ax plus b, but multiple a and b give the same answer. We are in trouble. Therefore, this is also not good. Okay. Now, what other possibility exists? Okay, let's say you have the points like this. So the outlier is 4. The outlier is 4, but if I propose I want to get a line which minimizes the maximum distance from any point to the line. Okay, so this is called the minimax criterion. Okay, minimizing the maximum loss, maximizing the minimum gain, maximizing the minimum gain. So this basically comes from what is called game theory, which is used in management science. So you know that a very famous problem is called the prisoner's dilemma. Something happens and two people are caught, they are put in separate cells, an interrogation is going on. Each one will not know what the other person is saying, and they will contradict to each other and this thing. And so it's a very interesting situation. So game theory is an important subject in the general field of decision theory. So I've been trying to ask some students to use game theory in optimization. We had some partial success, some BTech students tried. We have not been fully successful, but I feel that game theory may have some use in optimization. Okay, so that's that's beside the point now. Now in this case, so probably instead of this, we should have a line like this. So this may be the minimax line. So this will handle what Ramita said, that outliers. In this case, this is one way of handling outliers, but it is having problems. Yeah. Now the class will respond next 2-3 minutes. What are the problems with the minimax? And then we close the class. And then tomorrow we proceed with variations of LSR, weighted least squares, and so on. Yeah. What are the problems with the minimax? Are you getting the point? I will shift the line in such a way that the maximum error from any point is preserved.
Excuse me, sir. Actually, when you shift the point, the line.
Pradeep, show your face, Pradeep.
Yeah. Sorry, like my desktop doesn't have camera, sir.
Oh, okay, Pradeep. So we talk. We are able to.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Actually, when you shift the line away, like when you shift the line towards 4, the error between the line and some other point increases. Say for 5, 0.5, the error increases. So 5 becomes a new outlier.
No, outlier. I will manage it. I will choose that line which minimizes this maximum from any point. Like, let it become the new outlier, this thing. What? Okay, I partially agree with, so there is a problem with that. I agree. So something will become new outlier. Always something will become new outlier. That is okay. Suppose I am ready to live with that. What is the original problem? What is the original problem with this?
Okay, like the derivatives become 0.
Derivative becomes 0. You're okay. That is a mathematical perspective. Okay, Vikas.
The correlation will decrease.
What, Vikas?
The correlation will decrease.
Correlation will decrease. Okay, that is okay. No, look at it physically. Look at it from a common sense point of view. What the problem is?
All the residues will become increase.
Some of all the residues may increase. That's okay.
We get a less accurate.
The effect of yeah, Ramita, what did you say?
No, I said that we get a less accurate.
Correct. We get less accurate. Anand nailed it. He said that we are actually giving too much importance to this stupid fellow. This stupid fellow must be thrown out. We are trying to pacify. That's why in a meeting, if somebody shouts, everybody will listen. He may be saying something irrelevant, but somebody is trying to outshout others. That's why you have to be very careful. So he may not say the truth, or may not tell us the most important or the most useful point in the discussion. Okay. Therefore, since it gives too much importance to an outlier, which is fundamentally the problem, because all other points seem to follow a trend line. Okay. So the good thing is, if it's a single variable or two variables, you can draw a trend line or curve. One variable trend line is first thing you do, and see whether somebody is not behaving properly. We have to throw him out. So since it gives too much importance to the outlier, it is not a good way of dealing with this. So one way of doing that would be from the same problem. Okay, so you can take it as a homework. For the same problem which we did, we removed the outlier. So you got the line without the outlier. Now that line, the slope, you can treat it as the truth. That line you keep moving up and down till this one is satisfied, and get a new line. You understand what I'm saying? So keep the A as the same. What you get without, keep the A as 2. Keep the A as 2. That means the slope is fixed. Y equal to 2x plus m. That B you keep adjusting till you satisfy the minimax. Now you get a new line. Now you got a y equal to 2x plus some b dash. Now work out the r squared. This r squared will be inferior compared to the least square. If this is what you get, then you can sleep. You can rest in peace. Today, so you'll have a good night's sleep. That we considered various possibilities and nothing to beat the least square regression. Okay. Just do this as a homework, and we will meet tomorrow at 9 o'clock. So on that interesting note, we'll end the class. Thank you.
Sir, I have a doubt, sir.
I think it's time. Pradeep, shall we have this tomorrow? Or quick, you ask me the question, I'll answer tomorrow.
Okay, it's related to what Rajesh bro was told. I couldn't. He told that there'll be multiple lines for the. If you have 1,000 points, there'll be multiple straight lines. I don't understand his arguments, sir. Actually.
Okay, Rajesh, you have to make it. Actually, more than the argument, he got the solution like that. He will show you the data again tomorrow. Okay, Pradeep?
Okay, sir.
Okay, bye. Okay, see you.